right, what I'd like to do is give everybody an opportunity for a quick summary, if we could.
Yeah.
And I was going to allot you 2 minutes, but if we could do it a little faster than that, that would be appreciated. We'll start with the county executives and Mr. Dunbar.
Again, I am the best qualified candidate for Howard County Executive. I have 38 years of public service, served nationally as a VISTA volunteer in New York City working with the poor. I then acquired a job with the city of New York working with, from that perspective. I'm a retired federal employee. I have a lot of life experience, international experience. I agree with the statement that we will have a new county council with new ideas. I think we need a new county executive, someone that has not been a part of government, someone with a national experience, with a national view, who may be able to find dollars that my opponents never heard of or unaware of that are available at the federal level. I ask for your vote. I ask for an opportunity to serve as Howard County's next executive. I know and I hope a majority of the citizens of Howard County are dissatisfied with our president-elected officials, and they will provide me with the opportunity to serve. Thank you.
We have a great county here. We've created an enviable quality of life. And I think it's important to remember as well, something I talk about quite frequently are values. And the values that guide my public and private decision making, and the values that I learned growing up in Howard County from my folks and from my community, the values of acceptance, diversity, and opportunity for everyone. It's one of the reasons that I was so excited when I read that Money Magazine article that I cited earlier that called us the 4th best place in America to live. There was a quote in that article from a woman named Alma Gill who said she moved to Columbia 10 years ago. And what she said really touched me. She said, we wanted our son to grow up in an area where there were people from everywhere, in a place that's accepting of everyone. And I just want to leave you with that thought, that as county executive, I'm going to work hard every single day to make sure we continue and enhance and strengthen the quality of life we enjoy in this county, in every single neighborhood and community in the county. But we're going to do it by staying true to our values and being rooted in those values. And I'd be incredibly humbled and honored for the opportunity to serve you as county executive. Thank you.
I appreciate the opportunity to come out tonight. I've got 38 years of public service, several years as the chief line officer of the fire department in Prince George's County Fire Service. Military background, having served in the armed forces. My wife Elaine and I own a business in Ellicott City, I have a needle embroidery. I've spent over 30 years in education, teaching high school English and working with schools throughout Howard County. I'm current principal of Harper's Choice Middle School, where in collaboration with some wonderful parents, wonderful students, terrific faculty, and the wider business community, I've really taken an in-crisis school, and today we're a national school of excellence. And I would ask that you take a look at all that. I am beholden, as I said earlier, to no one. You'll see a lot of money in politics. This is purely grassroots. There are Democrats and Republicans that work with me on this committee, and we're working really hard. And I would ask you not to get muddied up with partisanship, but look at someone who has the most experience, the best qualifications to bring to the skill set required of county executive. I'm that person. I believe that. I would be delighted. I would be honored to serve you in that capacity. And I would ask that November 7th we celebrate a second Independence Day, this one with an apostrophe S, and vote for Steve Wallace, county executive. Thank you.
I'd like to thank each and every one of you for attending tonight. This is a great forum. I think we got a lot of great ideas. We actually created some legislation tonight as a result of the feedback that we got from each and every one of you in the community. I stand before you as the candidate with the most county government experience, one who's been tested by Howard County citizens, re-elected with 66% of the vote. I represent the mainstream views of Howard County citizens, and it's important to note. If this election is going to be about party, I will lose. I know that. The numbers just don't work. I will lose. But if this election is about experience, if this election is about a voting record, And if this election is about new ideas, I know that the educated Howard County voter will elect me to be your next county executive. I have a proven history of working as a bipartisan leader with the citizens of my district and with the members of the county council. If you take that into consideration, the issues that we're talking about tonight, those issues are going to change in 4 years and in 8 years. So don't get hung up on, well, he voted for this issue or that issue. Look at the character of the individual. Look at their ability to work in a bipartisan fashion with a brand new county council. We could have 5 Republicans, 5 Democrats, or a mixture. We have no idea. But go to the character of the individual that is seeking the county executive office and see, does that person have a true bipartisan record that can get things done in Howard County. I think if you base it on experience, voting record, and new ideas, then you'll support me for county executive. Thank you very much.
Well, in my 5 full terms on the Columbia Council, which is the CA Board of Directors, one of the things that I learned is when things are getting so late that people aren't really retaining information. And so with that, I don't want to take up too much of your time and simply say that I hope that you will join me on September 12th and join your friends and your neighbors and institutions like the Howard County Education Association, the Howard County Police Officers Association, the African American Coalition, the AFL-CIO, and the Columbia Democratic Club in supporting me on September 12th. Thank you. I can't believe I forgot the Sierra Club. Yeah.
Why should you vote for me? I don't know. I have the least political experience of any of my opponents here. I do have 28 years of business experience. My company name is Uncommon. I'm uncommon. I think I'll bring some of my uncommon ideas to the county government. I can take what I've learned in business over the last 28 years, bring that to the county council. We are going to have an all-new county council, and I'd like to help bring us into the next decade, the next 20 years, and plan for what's going to happen over the next few years. So I'm not beholden to anyone. I'm running my own campaign. I don't have any political payback that I have to give. So my votes will be contemplated on each issue, and I'll vote them honestly and what I think is in best favor of the people of District 4. Thank you.
So why me? I hope because what you see in front of you is someone who cares about the community, someone whose main purpose in this is to serve you, someone who brings maturity, someone who brings independence, someone who brings a belief in open government, and someone who will listen, who will work very hard to understand issues from all different directions to ensure that all voices are heard, and who will act with integrity on your behalf.
And last but not least, I can stand up here and tell you that I have the intelligence to develop effective solutions and the wisdom to be fair in my decision making. That I have the energy to fulfill my 4-year commitment to you. I can tell you that I have the integrity to not be controlled by special interest groups or the developers. And I can tell you that I have the honesty that you desire in your leaders. I alluded to this earlier. I think I can quantify those statements because other people have, like I said, selected me to lead their young athletes or lead their young Cub Scouts. And it was their efforts on their part that led me to believe that I had these values, that I could present not only to their children, but also that I have these values and use these values as a leader to represent District 4. And I think as Howard County citizens, all this means to you is that you can trust me. And as you heard here today, trust is a very important part of what you want in a county councilman and in your leader. I thank you all for sticking it out here tonight for as long as we have. And I really hope that you would consider on November 7th that I would be the better candidate for your representation in District 4. Thank you.